July the 28th, 2022, and as usual, I go to respond to, as I was told on that MK Ultra, would be maximum 2 outlets. You would frequently, the instructions to me under MK Ultra were you should respond only maximum to 2, maybe 3 outlets, but no more than that. And those should be the outlets that you regularly visit. If you would be responding, communicating in a way with outlets more than 2 or 3 outlets, you could be really seen as a paranoid, as a schizophrenic. Those were instructions to me by American psychologist Daniel Rex Smith. Some people even had a problem with that issue. Okay, in this video I want to touch a subject of twitching, for which I have to thank Mr. Boris Johnson and Express UK. I must say that even this production of Boris Johnson was administered by Prince William. Personally, gave me a scenario on his speech that would take place in the future. Let me demonstrate you this video in particular exactly. These are the issues that Boris Johnson is going to mention in this speech. Relay race. It does concern a video I have posted I got typically 30 views, 11 views, 21 in news. This is a blogger, this is from Google, this is from the Sergey Brin, get from the Sergey Brin and his comrade from Google, involved since 1995. You know, the video I have posted yesterday titled Skate the Athlete, not with 4 hours of sleep max a day. 2 of 2, who, how, and why caused cancer to me. And then I go on to break down in a most detailed video exactly how the crime was done to me. I couldn't have been more specific than what I was. The video was so effective, ladies and gentlemen, that it looks like we might not even get royal memoirs now as a result of this. It appears that Prince Harry, as a result, will not. This was the main news. This is the news I'm gonna refer to. Prince Harry and Meghan Markle, I don't even know what that is, Gringed, annoyed and angry after royal close ranks. No, it's gotta be more. The royal family life, Meghan steps in as Harry worried 6 he will spark war. Aha, this was a little earlier also the news. William said to follow footsteps as Duke wants to break out of the... no, William said to follow... No, follow. Okay. Cannot respond. Yeah, I love this. Those are the main news. I don't know how the hell it all happened, ladies and gentlemen. Just a second ago, when I thought I was video recording it, it was just really a second ago. It was all day long, and right now when I started to record and I went back, they know about the stuff that I do. Okay, let's see this here. Do we have something here at least? Maybe. Oh, okay, okay, okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You know, when I stated to you just a moment ago when I thought I recorded, the time when I started was 1538, you see, and it was modified on 1543. You see that this application here that you see, this is remotely controlled application. I already complained about this stuff. I complained on several occasions that this program, whenever connected to the internet, and it's also something I was promised the case is going to be, it's going to be remotely controlled. And in this case, sure, I was recording, there was nothing wrong with me. I was recording it. I can assure you, ladies and gentlemen, the main news today, all day long, the main news that's seated right on the top was the news that you see right here. Boris humiliated France and Germany in hilarious Commonwealth speech. Let whole European Union in. And it terrifies me that they did not only interrupt a recording. What terrifies me is actually their ability to block the video from playing. I mean, look at this. It won't play. You see what I mean? So what I recorded is, what I stated to you is actually video recorded right here. I'm gonna keep this video as a proof, and what I will do, I'm not really wise about this stuff. Yeah, I'm not wise. Let's open this news. We're gonna open one here like this, and we're gonna play Boris. By the way, I love Boris. Okay, I love Boris. I love Boris. He's just and what we're gonna do is we're also gonna release this here. It appears that Meghan and Harry cannot respond to bombshell book. Sussexes will follow Queen's approach. Okay, there is some other issue that appeared somewhere else, so I don't know what the issue might be about this stuff. It appears that this might not even be released. The Harry's memoirs. Let's see. Let's get an update. But it looks like there are certain complications that appeared since yesterday. And I'm gonna tell you that I don't have anything else I would add to what I have stated here. Whatever is gonna be in those memoirs are not gonna match anything as detailed as in here, in this thing here, including here my being watched, observed literally by these people as a dog. So this is not a, whichever memoirs they're gonna release, whatever they're gonna release, this is, I don't know what is to release under circumstances like this, but whatever is going to be released is not going to look very credible. Whatever, and I mean whatever is going to be released, it's going to look poor. What I want to do is, at this point in time, ladies and gentlemen, I just want to play you first the clip from Mr. Boris Johnson. It was the clip that was maybe even initiated by the Prince William. A clip that Boris Johnson, when he was here inside of this room, promised me. This is going to be a dangerous time for you. When you see this, I'm going to alert you that you have a serious problem. Now, what is interesting to me is that, and they did gave themselves away again. Now I pull the internet cable out like this, and so I don't have the internet source. I'm gonna check if I'm still recording this stuff. Now what we're gonna do, whoa, it doesn't work that way. They don't only observe what you're browsing on the internet. They don't only observe what you're browsing, or maybe even seeing you on through the laptop or whatever. They have cameras inside of this home. This isn't about this file only that I cannot play. They know a lot about the twitching. They know when you sleep what to watch for, which signs to watch for. And thanks to Mr. Johnson, because my English is really poor, I was capable to update my site with the issue known as twitching. Twitching is basically what gave me exactly what you see here. Now, all you had to do is search for the proper word, and it's called twitching. And next to it, what you do is you just typed cancer, and well, now I didn't get exactly the same picture as I took the screenshot a little earlier, but I can assure you this is exactly the screenshot I have taken and posted, with exactly the side of the leg that twitching, spasm, jerking just doesn't live already since last year. All this was administered remotely from United Kingdom, United States of America, which have used a super boosters occasionally through the video surveillance system. Reality TV 24/7 surveillance, observing exactly my sleeping routines, twitching, jerking off if you like, jerking, observing me 24/7 to know exactly degree of cancer, on how much one advanced throughout my body, on how much one took over, how much one progressed. Yeah, and in this video here, that's why I'm saying it's going to be very nothing, not little, but very nothing to mention in memoirs. I explain everything about how this stuff was done. This is the video that explains absolutely everything on who, how, and why. There are two parts. I couldn't be more detailed in description. But what's really amazing is that these people administered literally a surveillance system, 24/7 spy cameras, exact, totally administered the progress of the cancer. And this from Great Britain and the United States of America. That's what's the most amazing thing. You know, Dmitry Antonievich Medvedev one time told me that with the stuff that Americans did to me, British and so on that I complain about, that he doesn't understand me on why I view them as more acceptable than Russia is, Serbia and Russia is. And there's really nothing to answer about idiotic question like this. He stated me Russia even received award. They were even awarded military contracts because of my writing about U.S. and Britain, what they did to me and so on. Well, the thing about it is that you gotta ask yourself what a beast you are, how insane you are to actually even ask this kind of question. You gotta ask yourself how crazy the fuck I am when people do stuff like this to the people whom I am supposedly related, and they are running away from me and my nation. The best of Medvedev and Vladimir Putin today can be seen in Ukraine, for which just year or two prior to war, actually to extermination of Ukrainians, the two claimed that they share the same genes, that the Russians and Ukrainians share the same genes. This is the same nation, the same people, the same thing. If they're the same people, they're the same thing. Why the fuck do you go and you murder, you cleanse people? You wipe them off, you exile them. It's more than 10 million Ukrainians that escaped ethnic cleansing, and numerous were murdered. They talk about the civilians. You just gotta ask yourself how insane the hell you are in Russia, holding a revolver against the Russian people, on the forehead of the Russian people 24/7, so that you can make people see your way, which, by the way, it's completely contrast to what question should have been in the first place. Taking ability from these people to discern between the toilet paper and mouth wash soap or something like this. Toothpaste, basically. How insane do you have to be so that people run away from you? It's not about why I am sticking to something that should never be the option. The question here is how insane the hell you are to have caused this kind of situation. Not wrong with me, but very much wrong with you. I don't know who awarded you with the military contracts, but whoever did not read well my website, my news site. My news site is just about the truth. That's all there is to it. If we go back to this issue here, I'm gonna go ahead and play you a video for which, as I stated, now I don't have a proof. It was all day long. It didn't come to me to actually video record this stuff, but it was all day long a gig, a number one thing. And so now let's go, and I'm gonna play you this, assuming that I'm still video recording this stuff.
Production understated.
By the way, I am a fan of Express UK, Yahoo News, Polish MSN. These are the three networks I always use to post. I It was a number of representatives from different media houses where I would post in the past, where I would really do nothing but post on a news site. That's all I would do for many, many years. And they all wanted their piece of shit. They all wanted to, at least that's how they wanted me to present the cases. They all wanted me to, well, let me go back because it's a very important issue for you to understand. I'm going to repeat to you. American psychologist Daniel Rex Smith alone told me, he said, if you're going to reply, in other words, if you're going to go and start to communicate with a certain media house and so on, make sure that you do this with maximum 2. Rather not with 3. Maximum with a 3, but no more than that. Because if you will communicate with more than one media house, which always was the case, they always would put a response on wherever news I would put online. They would put a response to agitate, to annoy. Those were responses created under MK Ultra through the torture, through the psychological abuse, through the physical abuse, and then this physical abuse was refreshed in front of the computer through the psychological abuse. Reminders, that's how. They had news ready to just stamp basically the news. And right there, that's exactly one of them. It was a news that first with which Boris Johnson approached to me. And it was the news, that exact news, that it was refreshed afterwards by Prince William too. So the least it was authorized by Prince William. I'm not saying that he made one, but the least what he did, he authorized one. Boris Johnson kind of was very concerned for me. Claimed that at especially this stage right now, it's very, very sensitive to me. This is bullshit, I have to say, because you boosted cancer. You did not only monitor, you did not only observe, but you were in a complete agreement with my mother. You were in complete agreement with a government. Mayor of the city, Gregor Macedoni, has a key from this house, all the keys, absolutely everything. The first time Gregor Macedoni became too evident inside of this house, eventually was in year 2000 and no later, when a Bosnian family expressed interest in me, and the young lady that wanted to marry me, I was just not interested in. It was probably even year 99. And so because I was not interested, because I rejected them, and because I wanted to mind my own business, they came up with idea on how they gonna do something to me, traumatize me. And I will not forget the day. In 99, my table was still on this side, chair was on that side. Radiators, classic arrangement as I always had. The only thing that was is that they brought me drugged up inside, and there was a family that seated on the floor literally next to the radiators, and I don't know what they did. They were playing cards or whatever they were doing. I was seated next to them, and they started to traumatize me with complete bullshit, asking why you don't want and this and that. Well, you're sleep deprived, you don't want to be under MK Ultra, you don't want to be agitated even more. I rejected them. I didn't want to have nothing to do with it, but the shit went on. I think it went for days actually, till I had enough of this crap. And I met Gregor Macedoni on a stairways from our house at night, in the nighttime. And he appeared have had a gun in his hands. And he said, now he said, be quiet, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna get it done for you. He said, we are alone. And I said, what are you going to do? I am just gonna go and just be quiet. Then, whatever happened, they made it look under MK Ultra, and they called me a killer. That first people were murdered inside of my room, that he executed them. So it was a mayor, Gregor Macedoni, who was on a hunger. He participated in Hunger Games in Poland, was an MK Ultra staff member, became a case manager in the city of the Novo mesto for me, in charge by Milan Kuchan, by Borut Pahor, by UDBA people, to completely administer, observe every step, everything I was doing. And they groomed one to become a future mayor. That was one thing. And then they would reminded me, 99, how I got the people murdered in my room, that I'm a murderer, and so on. This was not isolated case. A Polish guy, where they had me in Poland, in one of the dots, in the center of Lodz city. I'm gonna post maybe video on that stuff, I don't know. The same thing repeated with his mother. They wouldn't allow me rest, sleep, nothing. I would be repeatedly brought to that torture point, which became later, once I returned. I didn't have no fucking shit to do in Poland in the first place. I was exiled to Poland, basically, but British royals denying me to file for political protection anywhere in the world, by Slovenian judiciary, police, psychiatric system, is the only option left after thrown out of Slovakia. The Poland was the nearest one. And it just happened so that the Polish system installed me exactly on those dots where the torture previously took place. The same thing happened with his mother. She was super abusive. This abuse, torture went on for days without sleep, till he brought to my mind what he should do with her. Should he just kill her or what? That he no longer can take care of her too. And once I told him, yeah, do it under MK Ultra, then it all stopped. Then the picture changed. He had to go and not being even charged. The family, the Bosnian family, is here in the Novo mesto. His mother went to some facility, home for elderly people, but it was a trauma. It's how they did this stuff. Maybe the third case, even more interesting, is Janko. Janko is a nurse, is a carer of my father inside of the home for elderly people. Now that was incredible case. He became MK Ultra staff member in year 1998. In need of employment, prosperity, he went on to settle for this. Started actually in 97. But I was afraid of this guy. He looked as jacked up. This was a big guy. This is a big guy, strong guy. And man, he looked like crazy to me. He looked like he would escape from some movie as somebody that they would use exactly this kind of characters in Hollywood to portray somebody that would be suffering some kind of psychological severe trauma or something like this and can just fucking snap at you at any time and break your neck or something like that. That was the impression that he gave me. In reality, this guy was nothing like this. And in a way, I'm sorry that I rated him like this, but I don't think he would rate me any different. In year 2001, he had a surgery because he had a problem with the nerve. He would constantly he would be doing like this, you know, like this. No, I would be doing with a face like this, so that you would not know whether the guy is, you know, you're talking to the guy and you all the time you see, you know, doing like this. You don't know what the fuck is going on, man. Drugged up. You don't know anything in the forest with him and so on. You don't know if you're gonna come alive from the fucking forest. This is not a pleasant feeling. This is a big guy and you're drugged up. You will have a trouble handling him not drugged up, and this is just fucked up. I kind of figure out that they are really trying to rid me by placing this guy on a picture. I was pretty sure that one thing I was sure, man, that they got him to whack me, basically, to put it plain and simple. It was just a nerve that was doing to him, on, you know, that he like this, you know. And so what do you do with this? He wanted absolutely was on my side, that he is on my side and he is on my side, boy. And I was like, you know, in that he was actually under the house what became a home, a new home of Oliver Illich. He moved from his apartment to a new apartment next to the Krka River. Year, yeah, I don't know what the year was, maybe 2000 and 2012 maybe, I don't know. It was about if that he is on my side, and I was like, how the fuck on my side, you know? Just this guy just kept appearing on the picture, especially because I was brought to this home for elderly people that, you know, that he would even kill for me. That's how much that he is on my side, you know. And I was like, being tortured, beaten up all the time. It sure is good to know that people are on your side. Now that he would kill for you, that's nothing bad. I would be the one requesting anyways, just as long as he doesn't kill you, right? Under MK Ultra. So it was the same thing again, repeated. They had two guys, sleep deprivation method again. I'm not gonna say I was sleep deprived for an entire month, but again, the sleep deprivation again extended. It was all administered by the psychiatric hospital Ljubljana Polje, to degree that asked if he want me to destroy the guy that was doing this to me. He appeared himself under the house, under the apartment complex of Dr. Illich Oliver. It's an individual who asked me if I am taking a Risperdal. That's a basically psychiatric medication once I have appeared at the hospital because of the COVID-19 and some other stuff too. They did not even enter on a paper. I told him, do whatever you want. Yes, do it. And then he would simulate over there how he strangled somebody over there under his apartment complex, and it was other people also involved. And for every occasion like this, I was a murderer, killer, uh, that I killed one again, and this and that. This is the kind of stuff. Yeah, he had a surgery, probably not even entered on his medical profile. He had a surgery, a nerve surgery. Let me think about that stuff. Yeah, definitely the right side, whatever they have done to one. His mentor, Bort Pahor, Milan Kučan. So it makes no difference because the Slovenian government is. This is basically Slovenian government is this thing here. There is nothing here for me to tell you anything new about the Slovenian government. Slovenian government is, to put it in the most proper way, is this thing here. This is this here. This is Janez Janša. That's the opposition, and this is the guy that was one of the most devoted followers of Josip Broz Tito. What can I tell you? His best friend Krkovic ran to Serbia to escape being charged with a theft. I don't know what to tell you. The same thing with this guy here, with this Kacin and so on. We don't have any government in Slovenia. At present, just as the case, I was told the case is going to be till this case is finished. We don't actually have a president now in Slovenia, I understand. And I was told exactly before this case is going to resolve that this is how it's going to be. This one is talking about that he believes that in the next coming years, Slovenia is going to be ran by the president. This is the guy who guaranteed me a burial, a certain burial death, and claimed that I have done to him I don't know what, cried and so on and so forth. It's worthless. It's worthless to waste time on this garbage here. Maybe interesting is that the foreign governments still somehow glue themselves on this rather ridiculous option that always was used as a martyr, as somebody who covered up crime against me that state committed. He always participated in this house. He always participated to Kučan, to Pahor. He always agreed. He always had agreements with them. He met with them. So shy here with Aleksandar Vučić, with the Serbian Chetnik, whose mentor is Vojislav Šešelj, but really they met all the fucking time. So I don't understand any of this stuff here. But anyhow, this stuff was all monitored. Literally, this stuff was monitored. Everything was monitored by the London. This is really not about that I should be careful, Mr. Johnson. It's like giving, the cancer have different stages, right? I'm sure you're aware. So you bring the patient to the last stage before only maybe, I don't know, a chemotherapy or medications can save one from certain death, immediate death. And you start giving him a fucking advice on how maybe he should not, exercise, and how he should be careful and this and that. Yeah. Meaningful to me is that it becomes evident, as Prince William stated me, it's just a politic, and it really, really confirms this video here I have created, because this is the video, this was the response from the Express UK, from Boris Johnson, Prince William on my video here. It's just a politic. It's just a politic. This was just a politic. This is just a British way. This is just a politic. That's how it's done. Dog, not dog, nothing personal. It's just a politic. This is just a business. That's all there is. I shouldn't take things seriously. And I'm really not taking them seriously. Uh, it would be a mistake to take them seriously. There are too many important issues the world is dealing with today. And so what I'm going to do is I'll go ahead and I'll play you this video, so it's not going to be too much philosophy. But this is what Express UK have posted on July the 28th, 2022, and was the main news all day long. Yeah? So, what do you want to do that?
Understated introduction. Fantastic to see everybody here. And I'll tell you this, the nails of the organisers right now are going to be chewed down to the quick, because this is the moment also of maximum dread. Will the transport system hold up? Will the RMT spoil sports, make things pointlessly difficult? Will the weather hold off, or will it pour during the opening ceremony? And the best way.
They brainwashed me on our weather issues, how I have to go out and exercise, lose weight in the summertime. The body shaming was related great to the weather issues. How you have to install yourself a weather channel on your phone. How you have to follow the weather prognosis, and you have to make the best out of the summer. If you don't lose at least 5 kilos, 10 kilos in the summertime, you're gonna definitely fail. In the winter time, your last chance. Now that is gonna be in a summertime. Summertime, I have explained properly under the issue here known as Kate the athlete, but not with the 4 hours maximum a day. Yeah, 4 hours of maximum a day, that's what's gonna make you do insane shit. It will destroy your eating habits. It will bury you because it completely deprives you of sanity. It will further when you go to exercise, because cancer is spreading through the exercise. And 4 hours of sleep is not 4 hours of sleep, as I explained in the video, because body start to toxicate itself once the body is in a position as such, starts consuming the energy. You should rinse one, whatever it is that collects in the liver, whatever it is that collects in the body obstructs flow, maybe of the lymph node liquid. I don't know what it is, but it changes the structure of body when you go sleep to the degree that you cannot go past 4 hours. Even those 4 hours you're gonna spend with a sound like this 24/7. Great deal was invested on a food consumption, what kind of food you should eat, and this and that. Every issue they implanted in MK Ultra was used, abused. It was abused, not only used, not only triggered. For me to recall the lies, they brainwash me on what is good, what is bad for me, test them on myself in real time. Through different, as cancer progressed, administered literally from London with occasional specialties, I should say, cancer boosters that would just pummel you, that would just basically destroy you completely. He's gonna mention this issue here. I'm gonna play you one more time this video anyways, don't worry about it. Relay race, that's what William told me this is, a relay race. The only thing you do is we use you, we dump you, and we get somebody else to twitch. And twitching is exactly the right word. Twitching, you're right, you just write twitching, cancer and twitching, and you get exactly this thing here. That's exactly what you get. How the Google pick up this quickly and changes took the photo even of the right leg that it was, on the left leg where I have this twitching. When the twitching started last year and it spread on to other parts of the body, the cramps, spasms that at one point paralyzed my body to a degree that I needed over 20 minutes to collect myself, from sleeping on the floor with difficulty raising myself up, continuing through the hallway toward the stairways, grab myself for the doors, stairway, from completely collapsing, smashing down with the head against the floor, collecting myself enough to get throw myself on a bed for my mother, where I spent 20 minutes to catch breath, basically to get go about life. They used this cancer boosters. They just explode the cancer issues. Mother. They used literally the mother. And as I stated, Gregor Macedoni, it's time for you to return keys from this house. In 2020, when I came back from Poland, my mother had him and me upstairs on an attic area, complaining obviously to one about, and what she reminded me, at the least, she reminded me the least, about the roofing, that it's time to change the roof, that it's time to fix the roof, not fix but to change the roof. I don't think the house has a proper roofing anyways. There is holes you can see through that you will not, impossible, you're not going to see. And when it's raining, it's actually going inside too. He personally inspected also. He had the keys. Who has the keys from this house? He definitely has them. He was a frequent visitor of this place here since 1995. Gregor Macedoni, mayor of the city of the Novo, mesto. It's time to return keys. What else was implanted inside of my food supplies that I purchased? I'm going to put it plain and simple. With a paranoia, they went ahead to push theory that a C vitamin that I'm going to be exercising at Trška Gora, that I'm going to be doing all kinds of stuff. And at the same time, I will be poisoning myself by consuming C vitamin. That I will not know that there is a poison inside of the C vitamin. These are sensations they obtain from the cancer patients, because this type of specific cancer that I have, even the physicians didn't understand how you possibly, till they read about, till they learned about this medical condition, they said, yeah, really, you're going to only be able to sleep up to 4 hours a day. And then they couldn't understand how the fuck can you go like this about that. Difficult. It's my 5th year. Difficult. And with the stuff that I posted online under this kind of circumstances, and with what I managed to obtain from the people, the amount of the people I have identified, this is glorious. I don't know how the fuck I did, but I did it. Difficult. I could have done more, but because of the nature, because of the case itself, because of the torture that have done damage, that stuff maybe is the most outstanding in this whole case. When compared to the amount of torture that was done to me, and with the amount of proofs that I managed to obtain, and it's, I don't know, another 1,000 people that I have to post on the internet. It's outstanding what I did in proving the case as factual, identifying people from the past. It's outstanding, the stuff I did. Difficult, but I did. Now we gotta make sure that we are still recording this stuff.
To get through tough times is to continue to create good jobs for people everywhere in this country. And that is what this government is doing with the lowest levels of unemployment for almost half a century. And that is what this government is going to continue to do under all circumstances. And we come now to the next stage in the great relay race of politics. I didn't think it was meant to be a relay race, by the way, when I started it. They seem to have changed the rules halfway through, but never mind. Never mind. The baton.
And he is giving a speech just as I was promised the case is going to be. He's giving the speech behind the orange color. Well, the orange color, the orange color, the orange color always was my favorite color. There's nothing I can say. There's nothing I can do about this. This is okay, that's a bad stuff. This is just the orange color. This was always what can I tell you? There is quite some stuff that is orange. Whenever I have a chance one to get. I like it. I like the orange color. There's nothing. I like blue and orange color like that. Those are my favorite colors. Okay. So this is really, I have to say, refreshing, entertaining.
The baton, I can assure you that the baton is going to be passed seamlessly and invisibly to the hand of somebody else, quivering, twitching with eagerness. Can't quite see who it is yet as we come round into the final straight.
Okay, so the twitching is going to be passed on to somebody else. Now I promise I'm not going to say anything to you.
Understated introduction. Fantastic to see everybody here. And I'll tell you this, the nails of the organisers right now are going to be chewed down to the quick, because this is the moment also of maximum dread. Will the transport system hold up? Will the RMT spoil sports, make things pointlessly difficult? Will the weather hold off, or will it pour during the opening ceremony? And the best way to get through tough times is to continue to create good jobs for people everywhere in this country. And that is what this government is doing with the lowest levels of unemployment for almost half a century. And that is what this government is going to continue to do under all circumstances. And we come now to the next stage in the great relay race of politics. I didn't think it was meant to be a relay race, by the way, when I started it. They seem to have changed the rules halfway through, but never mind. Never mind. The baton. I can assure you that the baton is going to be passed seamlessly and invisibly to the hand of somebody else, quivering, twitching with eagerness. Can't quite see who it is yet as we come round into the final straight.
Okay. So, I suppose that memoirs at least are going to have to be somewhat changed if those are going to ever come out from Harry. Twitching, in fact, that is the right word. That is the way. That picture, that would be really nice, that I would get, that I would demonstrate in exactly, which once I updated it, it was all gone. But for the rest of it, this here is what Express UK, which main news today on Express UK was this news here. This was the main news today. That's how they replied to me, with this news here. Yeah, this is a freaking one. I come, they know me. Well, that's a really nice orange right there. I like it. Okay. No, I see. Yeah, they're not giving that news back. They're not giving that news back anymore. They just, no, it's all gone. Well, I video recorded it, and what we're gonna do is what I'm gonna put here. Just do not delete Boris Johnson speech on twitching passed onto someone else. So we're gonna do it like this. That's all there is for this video. Wow. Okay, we're gonna make sure that the video will be kept, because there is a proof this was the main news. Okay, so that's all I want to say. July the 28th, 2022 it is. Thanks for watching this video. Till next time.